Hello, my friends, welcome. We got off of our Tuesday night lives, so I want to get back into a schedule. But hello everyone, welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. If you're on the replay crew, hello. Today, I'd like to go through, this isn't necessarily going to be a reading. Last night on our members only live, I was talking about showing you guys the research that I've done that I think that Prince William is the Antichrist. And I worked through about 3 or 4 other people. Kushner was one of them. William's son is one of them. And I land on William. So I'm open to suggestions. If anyone is in here and you can hear me, can you just let me know what we're going to do, just to give you guys an overview of what we're doing. We're getting back in the weekly schedule. And tonight I created a podcast. I make them through Notebook LM. They hold all of my research. And so I wanted to listen to it with you guys, see what it says. Sometimes I don't always agree with them, but it's AI. And I like that it gives the information in a concise way. So we're going to listen to the AI podcast, and then I'll stop it and listen and break it up in between. Because a lot of the work that we've been doing all ties into this Antichrist, the 2030 plan, that's now the 2042 plan. And I think it'll answer a lot of the questions about what's going on. There's an end goal. Thank God we figured it out. So I'm going to share this screen with you guys. Oh, before I do this, I need to fix my YouTube settings. It's at like 2.5. It's a little slow for me when it's just regular. So I'll fix that. If you're here, oh, hello. Welcome, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to do this members only, but I want to get back in the habit of doing lives weekly. So we're going to do an who I think, and I'm open to anything. I mean, if anyone has other ideas, I'm open to it. Based on the research I've done, though, I'm pretty locked and loaded on this guy, on Prince William. So what we're going to do tonight, hello, I'm so glad you're here, is go listen to this podcast that Notebook LM made for me. It's not listed yet, but I thought we could listen to it together. Everyone has an opinion, hear what everyone else thinks, and then talk it out. I think it'll answer a lot of our questions. So first of all, we don't need to listen to that. Hello. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you can hear me. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy you're here. We are going to, I've been watching a lot of Emily D. Baker. Zoom. Hi, Emily D. Baker. I love you. Why isn't this just getting bigger? There we go. All right. Chat is disabled. Okay, that's good. I don't need the chat for this right now. How can I? Sorry, team. You'd think I was a rookie. I am just trying to share this video that I made earlier. It's posted on here, so it should be on here. All right, let's try. Why isn't it working? Hi, I'm a rookie. Give me this. I hate it when people do this. We're just going to get this started one more time. Okay. We're just going to listen to this. And it has some of the slideshows in it, so we can hear what Notebook LM says. So the reason we're going through who I think is the Antichrist is because a lot of the stuff that's going on in Iran is, in my opinion, is part of this plan. Now, I wonder if YouTube doesn't like it that I'm playing YouTube and I have YouTube. Okay. I bet you that's what it is. I don't think YouTube likes that we're doing these two together. Okay. We're going to do a different thing. Hi. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. We're going to do something different. I don't think YouTube likes that I'm trying to show you one of my YouTube videos, but what I do have is a slide deck that I made for the research that I did. It all kind of led to this spot. I didn't necessarily intend for it to lead to this, but it will explain a lot of things. Okay. This is a lot more talking than I expected. I'm going to get a drink for this. Here we go. Hi. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you so much for coming, liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all the things. We are going to talk about the Antichrist tonight. I talked about doing it on a members only, but I'd like to get back into the habit of doing weekly public. So here we are. And I don't think YouTube likes that I was trying to play a video. I was just trying to play a podcast so that I didn't have to explain it all. But here we are. Okay. All of this is going to come down to numbers. So I got to study numbers this week a little bit more. This is an investigative mapping of the Okay, so it's the numerology, the astrology. And if there's anyone in here that knows more, I know there are some experts in here. Please jump in. Engineered by the occult, and I'll just call them the Epstein class so it doesn't get dinged. So the way that, okay, good, you guys can see this. Hi, I'm so glad you guys are here. We are being flexible tonight because the video I was going to show you isn't working. So I'm just going to explain why I think that Prince William is the Antichrist. I also will just be really honest. I don't think that Kate Middleton is alive anymore. I have gotten that about a year ago. I never did a reading, at least publicly, on it because I really respected and admired her, but I just don't think that she's part of the story. So the elites engineer history. We can watch them do it in real time. Like they are literally rewriting history in real time on, name it, anything. There's a code. It's all hidden in numbers. So I was explaining earlier that there's an eclipse cycle. This is a Stargate. Oh gosh. Okay. So ones in tarot are two pillars. So we have two pillars standing up. Could be a two as well. They have independently walking together. When you have a codependent relationship, anyone in recovery, been there, you learn codependency. When you are standing in your masculine and standing in your feminine, they don't necessarily have to have the sexes that we do. You are the two pillars holding up the building. That's what this is representing. This is actually hold on. We're actually in 11th grade on this, and we really need to be in kindergarten. This is explaining things on a much higher level. So I'm going to scroll down. That's a little advanced for where we are. Okay, Michael Jackson, back in 2002, told us that they manipulate the history books. And then Michael Jackson got accused of a bunch of child things, which I don't believe. But you can if you want. When I was younger, I probably didn't have a choice. Like, I don't think I thought that it couldn't be real. And Michael Jackson says, they manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's all a lie. The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that. That's a quote from Michael Jackson. When you get off of the American websites, which is like everything, they do have a lot more information about other people thinking that Prince William is also the Antichrist. There are, I hope I put them all in here. So if you're riding on the bus or you're busy, I'll read these out loud. Prince Charles and Princess Diana's wedding, it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out it was not rooted in love. Diana was selected for her, how do you pronounce this word? Merovingian. Shoot. Anyway, it's her bloodline. The ancestry, which is so allegedly secretly recognized as the lineage of Christ. I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to debate any of that stuff. Through the centuries, the I have read this before. The Knights Templar safeguarded this holy lineage until it accumulated with Prince William. Even prior to his birth, Diana understood that her firstborn was destined to become a king, a messiah, and the leader of 2042, the New World Order. William, this is a book, William, 2015, unveiled, this is the woman. I think she might have fallen down some stairs or got suicided after she published this book. William 2015 unveils 10 sacred truths that influence human destiny. Those who seek the truth hold the power to shape their own future rather than following a predetermined path. The hidden hierarchy. We all know. Well, if you don't know this is mapping out the global occult infrastructure. This is where we are today. It's been passed down through time. We have the, this is Project Paperclip. This is Paperclip. Oh, come on over. You're the most horrific doctors in the entire world. Yeah, we'll take you. Mockingbird, Operation Mockingbird. These are all CIA backed, allegedly, according to the CIA documents. Mockingbird is controlling the media. And MKUltra has a baby named the Monarch Program. Celebrities and other children in higher, like John Benet Ramsey would have been a perfect candidate for it. They call it Monarch programming. It's just a different form of MKUltra. I'll go through that at a different time. It's really intense. So this is the operational arm of everything you read, you see, you believe, your history books, I call it the cesspool or the prison pipeline. Prisons and schools are very similar. I've talked about this before. They don't want you to do anything except not think outside the box. You have to go to the bathroom at a certain time. You have to ask to go to the bathroom. They're conditioning you people, I was part of the public school system, to be workers, like factory workers. They don't teach you anything outside the box. Then they slap labels on their doctors who are all trained by them. So it just creates a cesspool. The operational arm of the intelligence and pop culture. So you have these ancient times, it's all been inverted. There's another video I will make on the inverting. Everything's inverted. So if you see something, it's like backwards from the way it's supposed to be. There are 13 bloodline. This is Fitz. This is a book by a guy named Fitz. I think he also went to prison for his publishing of this. But the 13 bloodlines, they all marry each other. Rothschilds, think them. They all marry each other so they can keep their bloodline pure. Traces from Egypt, builders, and the Essenes, the Templar Knights, the Freemasons, claiming a 1,000-year-old network of sacred geometry. Yeah, they all do. The Grand Architect Doctrine is a belief system identified God as. So this is I would say this is right out of the Catholic Church. There's one God, you only pray to one God, the Holy Catholic, and in the prayer, the Father, you pray to the Holy Catholic Church. The foundation is ancient societies and elite cabal. Oh, I forgot to update this. This is the book, William, 2015. I think Grace Powers. I don't know if she's still alive. If anyone's ever heard of Prince William, this Prince, what's the dad's name? He thinks that he's related to vampires. This is where it comes down through. Okay, this is just secret symbolism on our dollars. Because your words are a spell. So dollars are also a spell. And they covered it in their symbolism. We don't have to go through this all right now. Oh, I forgot that I thought that Obama was the Antichrist. I thought Obama was definitely the Antichrist. He was just allegedly paving the way for the Antichrist. Sacred geometry is everywhere. Oh, there's Obama. Okay, one of our friends, I hope you're in here, my love. This is something I was explaining last night that I didn't know where the picture was, but I found it. So this is on a website called pentagramofblood.com. I would definitely, I'm going to go ahead and set sacred space again and call in the quarters again. I would protect yourself. If you go check this stuff out, that's the website, but I would definitely protect yourself. You can grab the prayers below. This is all of the things that we've had in our country, well, since JFK. Here's JFK Jr. Oh, Jr. is right there. We have Virginia Tech, school shooting, DC Cyber, 9/11, TWA 800, flight, JFK Jr. Something happened up here. Here's our Haiti. That's a whole nother story. Katrina and Andrew are right here. There were earthquakes in Mexico City. Oh, here's our JFK over in Dallas. JFK, Waco, Fort Hood, right there. Columbine, right there. Portland is Mount Hood. Wait. Fort Hood, Mount Hood. Oh, okay. Some of our friends know about that. All right. So this is the pentagram of blood, allegedly. I believe it. And this is like what happens in America. They're building their, oh, something happened in Canada up here. Okay. I don't know enough about this. If anyone does, please jump in. This is the line of soul. So we have, this is, I guess you could think of it as another ley line. It's actually a pressure point. Here are our four corners right over here. Havasu is going to be right over here. Anyway, we have Columbine, the Oklahoma City bombing. I think he was MK Ultra, and I don't think he did it. That's my opinion. JFK assassination, so they followed this line. We have Katrina, Hurricane Andrew, and the Haiti quake that the Clintons took advantage of. This is the Washington, D.C. Oh, what are they calling this? Pentagram of blood. Here's Washington, D.C. We found this in Canton, too. I don't think I put Canton in here. Okay, this is back to the basics. So the architecture of the Dark Trinity. This is tracing the Babylonian occult system through our modern symbolism because, well, if they're sleeping with their brothers and sisters, which they were, to keep the bloodline pure, nothing really changes. Controlling humanity is basically why they brought humanity here, so we could be their slaves. Let's start around here. The Anunnaki and the ancient Mesopotamian gods genetically engineered and spiritually subjugated early humanity. This goes back to the Bible when the women were sleeping with angels or the giants. That's a whole other thing. We will talk about giants, but not tonight. The bloodline continues because these are the Rh negative blood, blue bloods. The Babylonian, those are the 13 families. The Babylonian Brotherhood exports these mystery schools. I wouldn't call it exporting. I would call it hijacking mystery schools. And the only reason it was a mystery school was because they were going to get killed back then. This says export. I'm going to change it to hijack. Mystery schools globally through the elite interbreeding secret societies. Hijacked them. They inverted everything. And then this is the inversion of morality. The Kabbalistic doctrine of the redemption through sin. So this is like teaching you fear, and you're programmed from like the second year in what is it? When you're in the womb. Treating evil as good and slavery as freedom, achieving pathways to power. Okay, the Dark Trinity diagnostic matrix. This is, I don't really want to summon any of these entities, so we're going to use different words. This is the Princess World. The esoteric principle is materialism and the accumulation of earthly power. His ancient symbol is the molten bull. The bull, the fish, and the dragon. His modern manifestation is economic enslavement and global finance. We're watching that happen. The next one is, she got a bad name. Actually, this is a goddess. So we have the Princess World, a goddess, the Queen of Heaven, blurring of gender lines. We see this a lot with inversion and trans stuff. Sacred sex. Okay. Her ancient symbol is the dove and the moon. Cultural pornification, destruction of biological anchors. This is part of the destruction of the family unit. Okay, then we have the Princess World, a goddess, because he's got to bang someone. And this can be, he's the destroyer. I don't have a different nickname that I want to give him, but I definitely don't want to summon any of these guys tonight. He's known as the destroyer. Esoteric is bloodlust, trauma. Okay, here we go. Bloodlust, trauma. This is our TV. Trauma and a demand for ultimate sacrifice. The song London Bridges is a song saying, like, give your children to the emperor, pretty much. And it's generationally, you learn, I mean, everyone knows that word, hopefully. If you don't, that's okay too. The ancient symbol is a glowing fire idol and the owl. The modern manifestation is systematic. Oh, okay. I think we can say that word, abortion and endless warfare. So I'd say they are right on track. This is the prince of this world. This is making me sweat. I don't want to go down this road. This is the prince of this world. He represents the spirit of materialism. Oh, okay, we get that. The Babylonians invented the debt oath. This is something to rebuke. I just made a prayer about rebuking any oath that you've made in other lifetimes. Debt oath is one of them, and silence is another that I've seen. Not just death. Poverty oath is the one I usually see, not death, but the ancient form of debt slavery. Okay, you buy a house, we own you for 30 years. That's debt slavery. High interest. Okay, so debt slavery, utilizing high interest. It's an high interest rate to trap populations. So we're in like some billion, $1 trillion debt to, it's all fake. And it literally is like the Rothwell. No one's doing it. It's a psychological warfare game. It's modern central banking. And they use the dollar bill as a spell. Charging of this is Wall Street. The way that the prince of this world has kept the Babylonian debt oath on track is the charging of the bill on Wall Street. We go to war, stuff goes up, stuff goes down. You have Nancy Pelosi trading, making millions of billions of dollars, and she's still not in jail. There's an occult symbolism of unchecked capital growth and financial dominance, reflecting the ancient idol. Okay. All right. I am going to tread much more lightly because I don't really want to summon any of this stuff, and I would highly recommend putting on the protection. I'm going to skip over this stuff. I can send this to anyone that's interested in reading further. I just don't really want to summon it tonight, or ever, really. This is just telling us, like, the Statue of Liberty, marks of the Queen of Heaven. So that's Luciferian. This is a Luciferian belief system. All right, let's just get straight down to where it talks about our friend being the antichrist. This is all like, this is something I could talk about. The beast computer system. AI made this, and it's actually not the right triangle. I guess it technically is. It goes from Australia to Greenland. This is what they're trying to do. To Greenland, to South Africa. This is holding all of our AI. We did just ask if Iran was holding some of our servers. I didn't get they were. Perhaps they are. These are, technically, I don't think, maybe there is one in Alaska. One of our friends made me a map that was much easier to read, but we'll get back to this. This is a beast computer system. It creates a triangle. There are 3 interconnected massive computers. The purpose is designed to harness the planet's natural lines of force. So this is like our life force, storing vast amounts of personal biometric data and the human thought process. We've worked on this, though, so that AI will shut. It has fail-safes in place now. Okay. We've all seen this. Everyone, I haven't been on Twitter in a couple days, but everyone in the countries that aren't fighting with us, which is no one, last time I checked, are burning this is Baal. And if anyone does study this and would like to jump in, I'd feel much more comfortable doing that. the main things that we want to learn from him are androgyny right here. This is going to be like the disillusion of a gender. They want everyone to. This is hearsay, and I'm just going off what I studied, but I really don't want to pull these guys in tonight. This is the Babylonian Brotherhood. This goes back to, I mean, it could be the Knights Templar or the Freemasons. The base is the 13-step pyramid, representing the material 3D world built by the esoteric secret societies. This is Freemasons and the Templars acting as the archetypes of the new secular Aquarian order. The capstone is the all-seeing eye. This is Saturn and Horus. Saturn, we just learned about Saturn in the Canton case. There's a Saturnian spell put on the courthouse. A hidden trinity where there's a hidden trinity. The visual encodes the ancient Egyptian Babylonian triad. The father, Osiris. Ooh, I don't think he would like to be next to. This is a touchy subject. Okay. All right. So basically, they're just taking Egyptian myths and combining them with Luciferian belief system. Lucifer, by the way, is Archangel Michael's brother. He just gets a bad rap because they turn everything around. And I definitely know that our friend Isis and Osiris do not want this connection made. So we're going to skip this. Basically, how they're continuing the echoes of Babylon. The illusion of modern. The systems governing global finance, culture, and technology are viewed by their elites as direct communications of Babylon mystery schools. The strategy of inversion, everything is inverted. Control is maintained by deliberately blurring biological boundaries, inverting mortality, and trapping populations into debt slavery. I think what we need to do, I'm going to pull up the daily prayer that I just added. Without our consent, we don't buy this stuff. So I will finish this, and then I'm going to pull up these daily prayers. Let's finish this. The imperial governs the technology. The beast system. Of course, they named it the beast system. That's the AI. It's looshing all of the energy. It's being built expressly to facilitate the physical return and absolute rule of the dark entity's final avatar, who I think is Prince William. None of this is talking about Prince William, though. One of our friends asked me about the giants that have been erased from history. These are slides about where they are, where they found them. I have seen a few things. I literally have no idea. The Nile is actually the Mississippi River. You guys tell me what you get from that. I don't know. What we're not going to do, though, is calling any of these demons, because I have no interest. And I'm going to say a prayer. What I'm going to do is, we will go through the ancient giants in America. I just need to set sacred space. I think I'm actually going to say this prayer. Grab these prayers below. They literally work. I'm just going to read this out loud. We're revoking all agreements made without our consent. I feel like I need to cleanse after that stuff. Okay. I reject and revoke all unconscious consent I ever gave to any geometry, symbols drawn in school, seen in books, in architecture, in sacred texts, in homes, in art, in dreams, or anywhere else. Any spell, bindings, energetic agreements, subtle or overt. Oh, I'm going to move this over so you guys can see that with me. Subtle or overt contracts tied to triangles, circles, squares, pentagrams, stars, or shapes used to lock, limit, or deceive. I rebuke and revoke them now, consciously, sovereignly, and permanently. I command any hidden hooks, unintentional silent permissions, past, present, and future, across all lifetimes, dimensions, and timelines to release me now. I call back every spark of my own light, ever scattered, siphoned, or bound through these symbols. I reclaim every piece of power that was ever taken or loaned without my consent. I am free, I am whole, I am sovereign, and I choose light. I choose love, and I choose remembrance. By the power of my I am presence, no spell holds me, no symbol owns me, no geometry defines me. only the uncut divine light energy source, the seamless breath, the open heart, by the power of three, the perfect trinity. It is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is, and so it was, and so it will always be. Okay, that feels better. All right, I'm sorry. I just had to shake off this Babylonian stuff but now where's our friend? I think the best way to explain this without actually, hi guys, I'm going to come back over here. I think the best way to explain this without actually going into it all, actually, I'll read a quick, hi, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for coming. Oh, I'm so glad that you're interested in this. I'm just going to read you a quick paper that I started collecting everything on about William. And then we're going to call it a day on that. That was getting a little too close for comfort. I'm sweating. I just don't have any interest in, unless I have to help someone with the dark side, I have no interest in summoning them. We are going to check the Antichrist. Okay. I'm just going to explain really quickly why I think that William, is our Antichrist. For our friend, I think you're in here, I saw you, about the giants in America. We'll go through that in a different time, if that's okay. Let me just get through this. If anyone has any questions, I'd be more than happy to. All right, so this isn't as interesting, but I'm going to share it with you guys because I know some of our friends like to read along with me. This is, here we go. This is the information that when I do research, I grab headlines, books, everything that I can, and I dump it into Nobel Kalam. And the Nobel Kalam will shoot me out something that I can just quickly read. Basically, the archetypes of power, and I want to just jump right down to Prince William. Okay, allegedly. There are no facts here. I did research, but I have literally no idea. They change everything every day. So Prince William's role as apparently Princess Diana is a Rothschild somewhere along the line, somewhere. The convergence of the British and the Jewish elites show better than the marriage of Prince Charles and Lady Diana. Diana's mother is a Rothschild, making her heir to the British crown a Jew. Making the heir to the British crown a Jew. According to the Jewish law, the child of a Jewish mother is automatically Jewish. The fact that after her divorce with Charles, Diana was going to get married to Dadi Sayed, which would have made the next British monarch a Muslim instead, undoubtedly played a major role in the death of the princess. Yeah, that makes sense. They couldn't have a Muslim out there. Yes. And then this goes into more of the William things. Let's get back to his birth. The birth that William has, it's down to the minute. Princess Di had when you have a C-section, it's like the summer solstice at 9:04 in the morning or something. It's like the perfect time for the Antichrist. And then allegedly somewhere in here, she had a secret talk with Harry and told him to leave as fast as he could. There is word that Jacob Rothschild is actually William's father. Like I said, I have no idea. But the Rothschilds have been passing down psychological control techniques for eons. Prince William or his son is the Antichrist. I grabbed YouTube. These are YouTube transcripts. Other not readers. These are, some of them are the church. Take that with a grain of salt. Anyway, the point is, I think that I'm sorry. I don't know. If this is making any sense, let me know. If not, I can make a tighter one about it. Jen, who is I'm so glad you guys are here. That new prayer helps. Yeah. Dude, I think we should probably nail all of those prayers. Yeah, grab them. I'm going to send an email out to everyone on the like who's got them, so you can grab them, or you can just grab them below. Because it's you're RH negative. Oh, Kathy, you're a blue blood somewhere. Oh, I love to hear that. Blue bloods. Here, I'll start back up here. Okay, hi. I'm so glad you guys are here. Hello. Oh, I see some new names in here. You know, Cheryl with an S. Sorry, Cheryl, you're not in here right now, or you haven't written. I said, oh, you've been here for 4 months. I understood why you meant 14 months. That new prayer totally helps. Yeah, Canada has underground tunnels. Yeah, if we want to look at that, I'd be more than happy to look at that. I didn't realize it's not fear about going into the dark side stuff. I mean, the old energy. I just like don't really. It's kind of I have to. It's a little more work, but I can do it. Oh, you printed yours? Me too. Oh no, actually, I haven't printed the new one. I just have been saying it every morning. Anyway, the point is, I think that Prince William is the Antichrist. I thought Obama was, but once you look at I looked at all the. I wish I could find that one article. It's like William. Okay, there's this 1,500-year cycle of eclipses, and they've been doing stuff on each of these eclipse times, like for 1,500 years, preparing for this. This is like, well, they prepared for Jesus too, so, and then it's all inverted. I just don't think that the dark or the old energies realized they lost this battle. They didn't get the memo. I guess if you've been in control of this for eons, that's that. So anyway, that's where we are. I apologize if you feel like I didn't show you Prince William enough. I would be more than happy to go back. I don't really want you guys to have to wait for me to find them, and the podcast didn't work, but I'll make it public so you can listen to it. Oh, you're RH negative too? I love that. Yeah, that's allegedly, so according to the research I've been doing, that's the blue blood. Well, that's definitely reptilian and alien. I mean, we're all aliens. Our friends from the sky don't even like that word. They want us to call them their friends from the sky. Allegedly, that's I guess we all take it with a grain of salt. I literally have no idea, because everything changes. You could look at, I mean, they were changing when we were studying Idaho 4 stuff. They were changing it faster than we could realize. They were switching it all up. I love that you guys are RH negative. I'm so glad you guys are here. We're going to get back into public and, well, members only. We've been doing, I'm back though, but we're going to start doing weekly stuff again. Whew. I think I want to just pull a couple of cards just for humanity's sake. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards. I don't know why. Let's just see what's going on. Does anyone have anything? Hello. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Hi. Welcome, Amy. Amy from South Africa. We are global. Oh, Amy, do you have the land prayers? We could use your help in South Africa. Australia looks awesome. If anyone's in here from Australia, hello. I don't know who's doing the work in Australia, but I just want to thank you because it's working. And you know what we could watch? There's an awesome video that I watched on YouTube of the royal family blocked one of the largest ley lines. And this guy goes and he unlocks it, which literally was moving rocks off of it. You're a Gemini. Rothschilds aren't real Jews. Right, exactly. Well, they're trying to they rewrote the Bible and then they had to like mold into the way they rewrote it. It's wild. When you look at all the connections, like even the Clintons have connections to like the 8th century. It's all connected. Hi, I'm so glad you guys are here. Yes, you are 100% right, Jen. They're not even like real. I mean, they're Jewish enough that people who believe in the Bible believe it. But the whole world is not standing with Israel. And it's not the same Israel that was in the Bible, allegedly. I mean, I think the world's speaking for itself. One of our friends just told me that Britain, and if anyone's from Britain in here, is on a lockdown for some disease. I personally, that's just my opinion is that's a way they don't have to say no to their allies if they say that they don't have the manpower because they're on some lockdown. I just don't think they want to get involved in the conflict in Iran. Last I checked, America was not doing that well, but I haven't been on Twitter in 2 days, so I don't know. I'm so glad you guys are here and you like this dorky stuff. I love the dorky stuff. I love learning. So basically, I guess it doesn't really matter about William. One of the things was allegedly he hit his head when he was 11. And that's like, I don't even know how King Arthur has much to do with this, but it's part of the prophecy. And he like hit his head four-wheeling, allegedly. And it's part of the prophecy in 2018 was like one of his major rituals to embody El Diablo. In my experience of watching people like other people that have been possessed by El Diablo, it doesn't usually work out very well. Let's just say. So now we are going to, what we should follow this up with is going back over all the Canton land stuff, because I think that will be a good way to tie in so people understand the power of prayer. Well, if you don't understand the power of prayer, I'll just tell you it's a powerful thing and I love it. But I understand it can cause a lot of triggers too. So glad you guys are here. So with that being said, I feel like I will put together a video of the Prince William stuff. Maybe I'll just make the podcast public so you guys can listen to it. And it is a podcast of Notebook LM based on the research that I've just put into it. So I'll do that. Thank you guys so much for coming. We're going to start doing weekly publics again, starting this week. I think it was Tuesday night that worked best for everyone. I'm open to suggestions, but does anyone have anything else that they're thinking of or want me to go over? If not, then I almost said curious call. I will love you and leave you. Hi, I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you so much for coming. I guess I could make the London Bridge in Arizona public too. That was wild. All of the inverting and like synthetic ley line energy stuff is part of this plan. I thought they lost. Can they just go? I'd really like to get this battle. We're in a spiritual battle, whether you know it or not. You are involved, so you might as well protect yourself. You can grab the land prayers. I call them the land prayers. They're protection prayers. Call your energy back. They're below. I would definitely do it because you're in the battle, whether you know it or not, because they're just siphoning your energy. So if you're aware and you protect your energy, you can help us. But with that, if there's nothing else, I will love you and leave you. Thank you guys so much for coming. I will make the podcast public. So if you're interested in learning about William, I'm not really into going into, I'm not afraid of it. I just really wasn't it's a lot of energy. It can be energy. So, all right. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Who's Nathan Reynolds? Nathan Reynolds talks about the bridge at Lake Havasu. Does he know that it's the old London Bridge? It's soaked in blood for 600 years. You're welcome, Kathy Bloom. Thanks for coming. I'm so glad you're here. Karen, video you did last. Are you guys talking to me or to each other? All I see is Karen, video you did last. Wow. Hi, Jen. Hi, Kathy. Oh, curious call. You're a Gemini. Wait, you are? I guess I knew that. The Rothschilds. Yes, Jen, thanks for clearing that up. They're psychopaths. The Rothschilds. All right. Well, I'm going to have to check out Nathan Reynolds. I just learned about the bridge at Havasu last night. See you soon. Oh, good. Yes, thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you guys are here. We're going to start doing weeklies again. And we might do more frequently. It's fun. I'm doing it anyway, so I might as well share it. With that, I will love you and leave you. 1000% Gemini. I love Gemini girls. I love all Geminis. They didn't work out dating wise for me, but females love them. All right, my guys, my loves, I am so glad you're here. Thank you for coming, liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all the things. We will meet next week. Perhaps we'll meet sooner. Oh, he was. Oh, this is okay. Sorry, everyone. Nathan Reynolds talks a lot about the bridge at Lake Havasu, and it's crazy. And I asked, oh, does he know it's the London Bridge? Yes, he was a victim of rituals. See, you know, our SRA there. He's a bloodline family. The Reynolds rep. Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I wonder if he's in the. Yeah. Poor guy. I'll have to check him out. That's it. It's not cool, but it's cool that other people are aware of it. And he's, you know what he really is also a victim of is MK Ultra. I was studying or looking at today the I know I said goodbye, but just one more thing. The Monarch training for the celebrities is like everything we love. Disney. It's all Disney. And I will go through that. I'm not ready to ruin my childhood yet, quite yet. As soon as I talk about it, I feel like it's like over. It's not the same. But all right, I'm going to check out this kid, the Reynolds kid. What's his name? Nathan Reynolds? Yeah. Okay, I'll check him out. That's awesome that he talks about that bridge too. All right, I love you all. Thank you so much for coming out. I'll see you next week, but hopefully sooner. I'll probably be back sooner because I've been gone for a week and I feel like I missed my friends. All right, I love you. I will see you guys on the flip side. Good night. Oh, and I just did Erica Kirk. No news. She's a shell of a human. Poor thing. But the land is good. All right. Good night. I love you. I mean, I don't work for the FBI, but if I did.
Conspiracy. The claims against the Massachusetts State Police would be negligent training, supervision, and retention of Massachusetts State Police troopers.
I don't know what you heard about me.
It's Brian Albert, Nicole Albert, Matthew McCabe, Jennifer McCabe, and Brian Higgins.
Today I'd like to do a reading.
How the world works, to question government, question authority, question with the people around you. Don't just buy into anything because you're ignorant and ill-informed. Question everything.